Have you heard about the law of attraction? If you have, you may have tried out different aspects of it to see how it affects your life, to see how this works for you. And if you haven't, let's just start with what the law of attraction is. It's a universal law that is saying that you attract what you think about, what you feel about. So if you're feeling a certain way, you'll attract people, you'll attract situations, you'll attract life experiences that are matching to that. And this is a law that is like gravity, is just not as widely accepted yet. It's not as widely known. And it's always happening in your life. Every day, utilizing law of attraction is a natural part of everyone's experience. Every consciousness on this planet is part of this law of attraction. But when you can realize what this is and learn how to utilize it in your life, then you can be consciously creating the life experience that you want to live by attracting what you want into your life. So it's a really powerful place to be. And that's why I made this video today, because I want to help you understand this and utilize it in your life experience to create the life of your dreams. And for those of you that know about this and have been practicing this and maybe haven't gotten the results that they want in their life, this video is also for you, because this takes some practice. This takes some consistent awareness and some knowing of what you're capable of beyond what most people realize when they hear about law of attraction and think they're utilizing it. You have to have a confidence in yourself. You have to have a knowing of this law, a trust, a faith in this law beyond what you are having right now, beyond what you can see in your daily life. You know, you might be trying out different things and saying, oh, it's not working, so it's not real. But it takes a faith beyond that, and it takes an awareness of what you're really doing on the inside, because some of our stories that we're telling ourselves that are attracting similar stories to keep coming into our life are things that are so normal, so practiced that we don't even realize we're telling them, or we have reasons, we have stories behind the stories of why we're telling those, because we are so caught up into these patterns that have been ingrained in us by our life experiences, by being around society and other people and family and all this. And so really it's breaking down what you thought you know, what you thought you knew, what you thought you had figured out already, and trusting and having faith in this process, that there is more to this world than what you have previously known. And I got into this, when I was younger, I realized this, and I was brought into this awareness, and I had a glimpse of it. I had a little snippet of it. And then through different life experiences of wanting more in my life, wanting to understand what I was capable of and what was beyond what I was currently experiencing, I delved into this world of law of attraction and really educated myself from all sorts of different perspectives. Because when you start to research this, it's not just in these like more spiritual woo-woo like people that are talking about it. It's in like religions there that have gone back for many years. They're all talking about the same thing, and some of them have been translated through many different people, and there's only snippets of this, the actual knowledge still left, and you know, and some of it's just people's perception of the original knowledge or their interpretation of it. But when you actually look at it, it's all talking about the same thing. And to me, like, every spiritual group, every religion, every like wisdom based tradition, anything like that goes back to the same basic knowledge. And so I studied all that to understand, and to also to see like what's the difference between someone that's really thriving in life and successful in life and someone that is, there's more to it than just luck, or being in the, like, born to the right family or born on the right continent. There's more to it than that. And I realized that, and I wanted to get to the bottom of why people create the lives that they create. And what I found is that it all comes down to your thoughts. It all comes down to what you're thinking every day, and the belief systems, which are thoughts that you keep thinking, that are creating these habits of thought that become your life. So when you have an awareness of these thoughts and see how they are being played out in your life experience, and then you choose different thoughts, and you can't just choose them and see automatic changes. You have to practice new thoughts and make those your new beliefs. And it's a gradual process. You can't go from the ground to the sky. You have to, build a ladder, so to speak, up where you think better and better thoughts, or change your thoughts incrementally, a little bit at a time, to get there. And then you practice yourself incrementally into a new pattern of thought, into a new belief system. And part of doing that is you have an awareness of how you feel in each different thought. So our guidance is our emotions, and you can tell what your guidance is telling you by how you're feeling with each thought. So if a thought is feeling really awful, just terrible, then something needs to change in your thoughts, in your thought patterns. And you can gradually, incrementally change that, and you'll notice immediate effects in how you feel. And then as you continue to practice those new thoughts that feel better, you will, most importantly, feel better. And as a result, you will also, as a secondary result, basically, you will see things change in your life. The most important thing when it comes down to it is to live a life that feels good, to be happy. Because everything that you want in your life, all those external things, really come down to that basic core level. That basic core layer of wanting to be happy, wanting to feel good. And when you acknowledge that and you get down to the core of it, then you can find thoughts that feel better, and you can be satisfied in just better feeling thoughts. And when you practice those better feeling thoughts, and you practice seeing the best in every situation, one of the really wonderful things about it is that as a result of that really wonderful space that you can live in of how you feel, you will also create these wonderful things in your life. And that's what these masters of society, that's what these really thriving, successful, happy people have figured out, whether they consciously know it or just kind of stumbled on it and, found something that worked for them and created a pattern of success, of thriving, of having a really good life. So when you tell yourself, I'm someone that makes the best of every situation, and you tell yourself that my main intention is to feel good. Today, I'm going to do whatever I can to find thoughts that feel good, to appreciate things in my life, to make the best of where I am in my life. No matter what it is, if you make the best of it instead of make the worst of it, that's when your life changes. That's when things get better and better for you. And I know that you can do that. I know that any of us can do this. Any of us are capable of it. From anywhere that we're starting, you can move into a different place in your life. You can change your life. You can create the most incredible life. And it can happen really quickly. But to need it to happen, to be impatient for it to happen, will slow it down. So you have to just do your best to make the best of where you are, to do your best to feel good with where you are, and let that be enough. And just gently and softly move your life in the direction of where you want it to go. Focus on what you want in your life instead of what you don't want in your life. When you put more attention onto the things that you want, instead of focusing on the problem, you focus on the solution. You're solution oriented, you're desire oriented instead of, lack oriented. And that will change the trajectory of your life. It will create a pivot. It will create a pivot point where the balance starts shifting and things keep getting better and better and better. So go out there in the world and try this out, and I know that you'll have amazing results. And if you have any questions down below or comments, put it there and I will answer it, or I will respond to your comment. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great day.